A normal Tuesday morning, and then OpenAI dropped a bomb. Sora cancelled. You might have a doubt, what is Sora? OpenAI's AI video generation tool, a product they spent years building, a product that had $1 billion deal with Disney, cancelled overnight. No warning, no press release, just gone. But here's what nobody is talking about. Why did they cancel it? Not because it failed, not because nobody wanted it. They canceled it because they found something bigger, something they are betting the entire company on. They call it SPUD. And OpenAI's president, Greg Brockman, described it with 4 words that should stop every working professional cold. We see line of sight. Line of sight to AGI, to artificial general intelligence, to a machine that doesn't just assist you, it replaces you. Not someday, not in 50 years. Greg Brockman said, within a few years. We're going to break down what SPUD really is, why OpenAI killed their most famous product for it, and, most importantly, what this means for your career, your income, and India's future in the AI age. Welcome to another episode of Shadow Post. Let's understand the basics. What actually is SPUD? SPUD is the internal code name for OpenAI's next frontier AI model. Think of it like this: GPT-5, GPT 5.2, GPT 5.4. Those are all upgrades like iPhone updates. But SPUD is a completely new foundation, a new engine. Greg Brockman said, and I want you to hear this carefully, there are 2 years of research inside this model. It has a big model feel. It's not an incremental improvement, it's a significant change in the way we think about model development. 2 years of the world's top AI researchers, all poured into one model. And on March 24, 2026, they finished pre-training it. Sam Altman immediately sent an internal message to his entire team saying, it's a very strong model that could really accelerate the economy. Accelerate the economy. Those are carefully chosen words. Let's think about what they actually mean. When an AI model accelerates the economy, it means it can do more work, faster, with fewer humans. That is the business definition of acceleration. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because you might be thinking, we already have GPT 5.4. We recently covered GPT 5.4 scoring 75% on human benchmarks. Link in description. So how is SPUD different? GPT 5.4 is already powerful. It has a 1 million token context window, meaning it can read an entire library in one go. It can autonomously complete multi-step computer tasks. It scored 75% on a test that simulates real human desktop work. And the human average was only 72.4%. So AI is already beating humans at computer tasks. But SPUD goes further. Fields medal-winning mathematician Terence Tao, one of the greatest mathematical minds alive today, reportedly tested SPUD's reasoning. Think about that. OpenAI didn't send it to a regular professor. They sent it to one of the rarest human intellects on the planet. SPUD is expected to have a 33% lower hallucination rate, meaning it makes fewer mistakes. It has stronger tool use, meaning it can operate software, write code, send emails, manage databases without human guidance. And it has what they call native computer use, meaning it doesn't just answer questions, it actually does things on your computer. This is the shift the entire industry has been building toward. From AI as a chat tool to AI as an autonomous digital employee. And it is expected to launch right now in April or May 2026. Now let's talk about the Sora killing. Because this tells us something very important about OpenAI's priorities. Sora was OpenAI's video generation product. It could turn text prompts into stunning AI videos. They had a $1 billion deal with Disney, yes, that Disney, to bring animated characters to life. It was their most consumer-facing, most exciting product, and they killed it. overnight. Sam Altman said he felt terrible breaking the news to Disney's CEO Josh D'Amaro. But he did it anyway. Why? Because SPUD needed the computing power. OpenAI had to choose beautiful AI videos for consumers or the most powerful AI model ever built, aimed at AGI. They chose AGI. Every single GPU, every single data center, every computing resource redirected to SPUD. And not just that. Sam Altman himself stepped back from daily safety oversight to focus on one thing: building the infrastructure for AGI. The $500 billion Stargate facility in Texas, the chips, the data centers. When the CEO of a company personally drops all other responsibilities to focus on one project, that project is the most important thing happening in the world right now. Let's now talk about AGI. Because this word gets thrown around a lot, and most people don't really understand what it means for their life. Today's AI is narrow AI. It's good at specific tasks, writing, coding, image generation. But AGI is different. AGI is a machine that can learn any intellectual task, adapt to any situation, and perform better than a human at virtually everything cognitive. Think about what jobs require: analysis, research, writing, decision-making, communication, problem-solving. All cognitive tasks. All things AGI would do better, faster, and without salary, without breaks, without sick leave. Greg Brockman didn't say maybe or possibly. He said, "We see line of sight to AGI within the next couple of years. And the numbers already prove it's happening. In just the first 3 months of 2026, 85,000 tech workers were laid off. Oracle fired 30,000. Amazon cut 16,000. Meta is planning to cut 15% of its workforce, on top of already cutting hundreds. Block fired 40% of its staff. And every single one of these companies pointed to AI as the reason. But here's the twist that most people miss, and this is the shadow post angle. Experts are calling it AI washing. Companies are blaming AI to hide a more convenient truth: that they overhired during COVID by 25 to 75%, and now they need to cut costs. Investors love hearing AI made us more efficient. It sends stock prices up. Block's stock jumped 22% the day they fired 4,000 people. So the question becomes, is AI really replacing jobs, or is it being used as a cover story? The honest answer is both. And that makes it even more dangerous. Now, let's bring this home to India. Because this is where Shadow Post viewers need to really pay attention. India ranks #1 in the world for AI skill adoption. That sounds great. But here's the other side of that stat. India also faces a projected shortage of 1.4 million AI professionals by 2026. And Gen AI engineers face a 53% demand-supply gap, meaning there's one qualified candidate for every 10 job openings. So while the world is worried about AI taking jobs, India has the opposite problem. We don't have enough people who can work with AI. And the companies that will win in the next decade are the ones that bridge that gap fastest. But there's also a harder truth. India's massive IT outsourcing industry, the backbone of our tech economy, is built on labor cost arbitrage. Companies hire Indian engineers because they're cheaper than American engineers. But what happens when the cheapest option isn't a human at all? What happens when SPUD can write code, manage servers, and handle customer support better than any team, at nearly zero marginal cost? This is not alarmism. This is the question every IT company in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai needs to answer. And most of them are not answering it fast enough. So, what do you actually do? Here's the Shadow Post take. And it's not what the motivational speakers are telling you. Rule number 1. Stop fearing AI. Start using it. The people who will lose jobs are not the people whose jobs AI can do. It's the people who refuse to learn how to work with AI. The engineers who use Goose or ChatGPT to do 10 times the work will replace the engineers who don't. Rule number 2. Build skills that AI can't easily replicate. Yet. Creative strategy, human relationships, ethical judgment, sales, leadership, cross-domain thinking. These are not safe forever. but they're safe for the next 5 years while SPUD and its successors are deployed. Rule number 3. Understand what's happening. Most people around you don't, and that's your advantage. The fact that you're watching this video means you're already ahead of 95% of the population. Information is power. Share it. Use it. SPUD is coming. AGI is coming. And the question is not whether your industry will be disrupted. The question is whether you will be ready. Let me summarize what we covered today. OpenAI canceled Sora, a billion-dollar product, overnight to redirect all computing power to SPUD. SPUD is not just another model upgrade. It is 2 years of research compressed into one system, capable of acting like an autonomous digital employee. Greg Brockman says AGI is now within line of sight, within a few years. And while 85,000 tech jobs have already been lost in 2026, the full impact of SPUD hasn't even arrived yet. India stands at a crossroads. We are the world's largest AI talent market, but we are also the most exposed to disruption if we don't adapt fast enough. The future belongs to those who use AI, not those who fear it. And the only people who should be truly afraid are the ones who choose to stay uninformed. If this video made you think differently, share it with one person who needs to hear this. Drop in the comments. What job do you think SPUD will replace first? I read every comment. This is Shadow Post, and we are just getting started.